Good evening and welcome to the Sports Bar on talkSPORT with me, Jamie O'Hara, and Jason Cundy.
Has anyone seen Edison? Has anyone seen Walker? Has anyone seen Ruben Diaz? Has anyone seen Laporte? Has anyone seen Cancelo? Bernardo Silva? Rodri? Has anyone seen Kevin De Bruyne? Mahrez? Jesus? Foden? Zinchenko? Sterling, Gundogan, Fernandinho. Has anyone seen Jack Grealish? Has anyone seen Pep Guardiola? Has anyone seen Man City? Has anyone seen the Jackster?
Oh
Wow.
my word.
Wow.
What have we seen tonight? Man City are out of the Champions League, losing in extra time to Real Madrid. 2 goals in the 90th minute for Madrid. What on earth happened? 03717 2233 44. Does anyone feel sorry for Manchester City, and is this the worst disaster for Pep Guardiola? 03717 2233 44.
Slipped out towards Mahrez! Get in there! Get in! Riyad Mahrez lashes it into the top right-hand corner! Manchester City have a 2-goal aggregate lead and might just have booked their place at the Stade de France. Benzema volleys it back across the face of goal, and there's one back! And the aggregate lead is back to 1 as we go into stoppage time. Carvajal's ball in here! Oh, it's in again! Carvajal flashing the cross in, and Real Madrid have scored twice in a minute and a half. And it's Karim Benzema who spots this one down again. Right-footed, he addresses it and slots it into the bottom right-hand corner, sending Edison the wrong way. Real Madrid 3, Manchester City 1. What a cruel game this can be.
Wow, that is absolutely savage.
Nothing to do with me.
Nothing.
To do with you.
Nothing's to do with
It's
me.
the production. I told them not to do it. They said no.
Absolutely
We got to do it.
Shocking. Oh my word! What have we witnessed, Jason? What have we just witnessed?
I don't actually know. I'm still a little bit. We were speechless in there.
Speechless.
This is what's the greatest game in the world, right? First off, let's give Real Madrid a huge amount of kudos, a huge amount of respect, and they were dead and buried. They were dead, like they just said there, Ada. They had no pulse. They were gone. It was seeing out the minutes. It was a matter of, there were fans walking out from Real Madrid.
Yeah.
In the commentary, people were leaving. There was no way they could come back. Oh yes, there is, and I don't quite know how they've done it, but it's
in their
remarkable.
DNA.
It is in their DNA. It's remarkable
They never
what we have
give
just
up.
seen, and they didn't know they were beaten. They don't know when they're beaten. I've seen them do it to PSG. I've seen them do it to my mob, but this was the most dramatic. This was a side that somehow, by hook or by crook, were going to find a way to somehow fight their way back into the game. But what have City done?
Oh.
I have not seen a team capitulate and collapse and bottle a game like that. They had gone. City. That's
bottle noises.
That's unbelievable.
Oh, this is out of order. This is horrible.
No. This is going to be hard to take if you're a City fan, but they bottled that. They bottled that tonight. As soon as Real Madrid got that goal back, that first one, I've looked at you and I've grabbed you and gone, could they? And you looked at me and we didn't say anything. And a minute later, they got back into it.
What are they doing?
They were the first 2 shots they had on target in the game. The first 2 shots they had on target was the 2 goals. And they had a third shot on target. They only had 3 on...
They had 5 shots on target.
Right,
Scored 3 goals.
The next one, he's kept him in it. The keeper.
They could have lost it.
They could have lost it. They
fell apart.
They literally fell apart. That is, this is gonna hurt, and I feel for City fans because, we know what it's like as a football fan. They will feel crushed right now, absolutely crushed. Somehow they managed to snatch defeat from the jaw, not even the jaws, the stomach. They'd swallowed it. They'd already swallowed the meal. The victory was in the tummy, and they've reached down, Real Madrid, gone through the throat, into the stomach, and managed to snatch victory back. I don't know. Remarkable stuff. It's a brilliant game we watched, mate. We're very lucky. Again, I say it, unscripted drama, but this competition this year has been phenomenal. And credit to Real Madrid. Well played, because that takes some doing.
I know. I mean, look, we have to get into it. Did Pep make any mistakes, Jace? I look at the substitutions, and you weren't convinced that they were bad substitutions. But, as the game wore on, and this is my take on it. You know Real Madrid are never going to give up. You know they're never out of a tie until the final whistle goes. He takes off De Bruyne. He takes off Mahrez. He takes off Jesus. And he puts on, defensive players. Jack Grealish comes on. I want him to do well. Didn't have a great night. But you're taking off your three best players. Your three best players, you're taking them off. And the game's not over. Surely he has to take some blame for that.
Well, he'll look at that. But when you look at the substitutions that were made, on the 72nd minute, Zinchenko's got to come on for Walker, right? That was a move he was forced to make, because perhaps he could have taken off Walker a bit earlier, but he was worried about Junior's pace on that left
Vinicius.
end. Vinicius, sorry, I do apologise. His pace on that left hand side. But he brought in Gundogan for De Bruyne. And we looked around and went, really, De Bruyne? He wasn't having a brilliant game, but you did raise your eyebrows. But a minute later, Zinchenko links up with Gundogan. They go down the right-hand side. Mahrez has found they get the goal. So you can argue it was actually a good decision to bring those players on. But then you look back.
Take Mahrez off. Why? Why are you taking Mahrez off? To give Fernandinho his little swan song of enjoying his moment of getting to a Champions League final?
Look, when you look at the
what are you doing?
When you look at the substitutions collectively, you do think, okay, he could have done with him on the pitch. But when you're bringing off Mahrez and bringing on Fernandinho in 85 minutes, at that time, no one would have said, I can't believe he's taking off Mahrez. They're 2 up, cruising. They've not had a shot on target. And then they go and bottle it. And that's the problem. You can't blame Pep for what you've just seen tonight. You can look at the substitutions and he'll look at that and think, what could I have done differently? But you're bringing on £100 million for Grealish, who was poor, by the way. He had a tough night tonight. 78 minutes.
Fine margins, Jace. Fine margins.
He's
had
gone
one
through.
off the line.
He's got to score one of them. He's got to
score one of them.
The keeper
makes a great save.
Score it.
Courtois' save.
It's a good save. Score it.
It's a great save.
Score it.
Oh, come on.
I'm sorry, but once you get into that
he's got to step up in extra time for me. For £100 million, you've got to step up in extra time, and he didn't.
But you're bringing £100 million in 78 minutes when you're 1-0 up. Is that the worst decision in the world? Come on, you can blame Pep, right? And Pep will you have to portion some blame. But those players on that pitch at that time, there's no other word for it, and it's going to hurt City fans. They absolutely bottled it. As soon as that first goal went in, you saw them. They were like rabbits in the headlight. They froze.
They fell apart.
They completely fell apart. And Real Madrid that's how badly they fell apart, nearly scored the winner in that period.
They did.
They collapsed.
But
they totally collapsed.
Jace, you've been in these moments. I've been in these moments. Not on that level. Not on that level. But pressure, right? And that feeling. Man City, right? You've got Pep Guardiola as your manager. You've got all these world stars in your team, but they haven't won the Champions League yet, and that is something they just can't get off. They can't get away from it.
It's a monkey on their back. They just can't get rid of it right now. But I'm sorry. But when you go to 90 minutes and the opposition haven't had a shot on target, the first shot they score brings them back into it. That was where the moment. That was where I
feel for Man City though.
You saw the City's players' shoulders. You saw them. They wilted. They bottled it. It's horrible. That's one of the biggest bottle jobs I've ever seen. I'm sorry at that.
Jobs.
I don't think it is. We watched them. They nearly lost it. How can you go in from a situation like that? They said
playing against a team that don't give up, Jace.
No, that's fine.
Chelsea bottled it.
That's fine.
PSG bottled it.
That's absolutely fine.
Maybe we'll give Real Madrid the credit they deserve. They'd never give up.
It was brilliant, and you have to give them credit. But there's no way that should happen. That should not happen, Jay.
Doesn't happen against Liverpool, does it?
Well, look, I'll tell you what. Liverpool have their hands full with that Real Madrid side. I fancy Liverpool all day long, but this is a side that as they both do, it's in their DNA not to give up. This is a competition they know how to win. Astonishing. And they give a penalty away. The next thing they do, what's Diaz doing? He's given the penalty. Okay, worst case scenario.
Pens.
Let's not concede the next goal in the game.
Yeah.
5 minutes into it, I'm sorry, they collapsed.